Hello, hello. So, I want to share with you how tarot has really been such a benefic energy within my life, and how it's really helped me to um, thrive in my own spiritual journey and within my connection to spirit. And so, I'm going to talk about the main 5 ways that tarot has definitely been a strong support system and a teacher and a guide within itself. So, the first thing I want to point to is acceptance and surrendering. And so that's kind of an interesting one when I thought about it, but tarot has definitely helped me to surrender and accept certain energies and certain things about myself or just the circumstance that I'm in. And so this tends to happen for me with certain cards, such as the Three of Swords and the Tower, right? Seeing those repeatedly and just having my own experiences while I'm seeing the cards, those always have been triggers for me. And even as a recent experience, 2021, I did a annual reading that I always do, and I do the Celtic cross spread, and I had all the cards laid out, right? So I was pulling them, and in the main part of the cross part of the spread, I got the Three of Swords as like a pretty dominant energy. And I was like, no, fuck that. That's not my 2021. I was like, scratch this. I'm just going to do a reading over, right? I'm going to just try again. So when I do the Celtic cross, I pull all my cards, put all my cards down, but I leave the last card, the 10th card, the conclusion card, I leave that face down. I don't want to see it while I'm doing the reading because I'm going to focus in on that. And it's just like, either it's like amazing, everything's great, or it's like, oh my God, right? Doomsday. And so I get through my whole reading. I flip over that last card and it was the Three of Swords. And I was just like, fuck, are you serious? So I feel like 2021 was literally the year I like healed my relationship to that card. It wasn't as intense as I thought it was going to be, but it's the Three of Swords. It was definitely an intense energy, right? But it was well worth the experience, and now I have a whole new approach to just that card's energy. So again, I feel with tarot, it's really helped me to accept and surrender certain things about myself or my certain circumstances at the time. So with that said, the next point I want to make is, or how tarot has helped me, is the awareness of the flow of energy, which I know that energy flows, right? It's not constant. It's always emotion. However, with tarot, it can be a bit intense when you do readings, because you will get a reading, you're just like, oh my God, I don't want to claim this. Or it could be something that you want to last forever, but energy is always flowing. And that's what I've learned with tarot and approaching that, where it's like when you do a reading, this is possibly a reflection or even some guidance or a heads up, like, hey, this is in your energetic field. So you can work with this energy and utilize it for its best. Or you can, if it's something that you don't want in your energetic field, like you can work with that energy in a sense of like transmuting it and balancing out the energy with something that is better serving. And so having that ability to know how energy flows, or have that awareness that yes, energy is always in motion, and this is not like set in stone, right? I can work with it, or I can bring in some energy to balance it out and move forward. So it's really helped me to accept that. So the next point, or next way that tarot has helped me in my life, is it's given me the ability to focus and direct my energy in a productive way. And this really comes forth in a very dominant way, with approaching my readings with some reverence, with a sacred within a sacred space, and as essentially a ritual or a routine. And so I will wake up in the morning, pull my cards on my altar. I don't do it every morning, but if I do it, I show up, I light my candle, I make a point to call in the divine, make sure that I'm grounded and clear. And that way, the messages that I receive are very grounded and clear. And I'm always asking, what energy am I guided to focus on? What energy should I be focusing on today? Or if it's at the end of my day, I ask, what energy is worth reflecting on within my day or within my week, wherever I'm at in that moment, right? And it's been such a powerful resource and tool for that, because especially starting your day with that, you know, you can ask for direction, and it's like, or asking for guidance if you wake up in a weird mood and you're like, oh, you know, can I get clarity on this? You know, what is this about? Or how do I navigate this energy? And the stronger your connection with your higher self or with spirit, the stronger that connection is, the stronger the message, the stronger the, or more clear the guidance is. So one of the things I do, you know, remind people that I teach with tarot, I do remind them that the way you show up to your reading is really important, because that energy is going to be reflected in some way if you're not very clear. You can be in an emotion, but you can also find a space of clarity or a space of peace, even in like chaotic emotions, and then you can approach your cards in that way. But if you approach your cards like confused, frustrated, angry, and you're like, oh, what does this mean? You might not get any clear messages, right? It might just be a reflection of what you're feeling at that moment. So let the emotions like ride on through, sit with them, and then when you feel clear and at peace, enough peace, then approach your cards. Okay. So the next one, number 4, is tarot has helped me strengthen my connection to spirit. Point blank. That's an easy one. I definitely have a stronger ability to trust in what's being presented to me, trust that I do have spirit guides around me, that I do have protective energy, that I do have like a spirit team. And I definitely feel this even more strongly when I do readings for others, for clients, and it all resonates. And it's just like, and I'm glad that I say stuff, because I'll feel things and I'll hear things within my connection with my guides, but I didn't used to always say it. And then they might say something that was what I was going to say, or has something to do with what I was going to say. And I was like, oh shoot, why didn't I listen? Like, it totally came through, right? So the more and more that I work with tarot, the more and more I've, you know, the stronger my connection with spirit has been. And then finally, my relationship with tarot and just practice has helped me to strengthen my intuition. And we all have intuition, it's always there, but a lot of the times, I know back in the day, I didn't always listen. I listened when it was like really, really important, but now I live my life by my intuition. And so I feel with the cards, just seeing how the messages and the patterns repeat itself, really seeing how I emotionally connect to the cards when I see them, journaling about what's coming through. Journaling is a really good support. Like, journaling and tarot are very supportive within your spiritual journey and just your personal growth within this life experience. It's so very, very crucial and foundational. And so having the two together, it's like, wow, I was so spot on about this thing. Even like recently reflecting back to the things I was doing in 2018, and now I'm just like, and it's lining up with astrology. So this is a very, very powerful tool. So I just wanted to share this with you all. And I also want to mention that I am offering a tarot class or course. It's a 7-week course. It's called Tarot for Mystics. I will be teaching this course beginning April 9th. And this is going to focus on strengthening and deepening your connection with spirit through the cards, and also deepening and creating a solid, clear, foundational understanding of tarot from the Rider-Waite-Smith perspective. So from the traditional perspective. So if you are feeling really pulled to this emotionally, this resonates with you, definitely check out more information about the course that I'm teaching. And you can find that via the link in the bio or in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care.